the situation. You just trying to be smarter than the situation you're about to be.
Never start, then it'll never amount to anything because you never even gave it a chance.
Probably you still not.
You not doing. Like and subscribe. Welcome back, YouTube, with Men of Reasons here with your host Kaylin,
Cam,
and we got a special guest on for y'all today. But we're gonna let her introduce herself. All right.
I'm Dondieya. Hello.
This is the person who made our shirts right here. The good little merch that y'all asking for. But right now we're gonna let Campers introduce us to the question.
So YouTube, I had the question today for our special guest Dondieya, who makes the merch and all that. Y'all go get in the links. You know what I'm saying? Buy stuff. Lock in, please.
Lock in.
You know, but can happiness truly be bought? And there's so much controversy on the topic nowadays where people are like, you know, oh, he gotta have the money or she gotta have the money or this and that and the third. I just wonder, can it be bought? Some people say yes, some people say no. Everyone has a different opinion, but let's hear what your opinion is like.
It can to a certain degree. Like, it can if you want certain things, but as far as in, like, feeling empty, I feel like you'll still feel the emptiness at the end of the day.
Okay. Kaylin, give you a point, please.
Money can buy happiness for a short period of time, but it won't sustain you throughout life. Like, it can buy them certain periods where you like, hey, I bought what I want, I got this off the lot, or I went and bought these kind of clothes. But in longevity-wise, you need more than just money to sustain yourself with happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, well, YouTube, you know I'm always going against, because that's what I do. Now listen to me, hear me out. So, I think you can buy happiness because, like, truly think about it, right? All these people in the world, because we know what runs the world. You know, money and a lot of other stuff, power and stuff like that. But when you get down to the true essence of it, it's not the love of it, but it's the need and the necessity. And if you are on the street going through, life's hard, this and that and the third, if you get some bread, you smile about the bread. Why do you smile? Because then you know what comes with the bread and the ability to be able to purchase with the bread, right? Which means a life, a house, a car, or this, the normal things that most people have, right? Okay. So if you have that, then you can then buy happiness. Regardless if it's short or not, you can't live off one emotion your entire life. When that guy break down, you get mad. When that man go upside your head, you want to fight back. When God want to punish, you get sad. You see what I'm saying? You can't be consistently happy all the time. Okay. So for all the viewers out there, money can buy happiness, even if it's short. I'm not saying in the long term, because in the long term, you know, we need to partner and we're built to be, you know, human and all these things and that and third. But in truth, money can buy happiness. Fight back. Let's see what y'all got.
All right, then. Okay. I get longevity-wise for materialistic things that money can buy happiness, but it's like, again, I go back to the same question. I meant the same statement I made. How long will it sustain you? Because you can have everything in the world, but if you by yourself, what do you got?
Nothing.
Okay. Let's see your point.
The same. It's the same.
All right.
Because, you can have money, you can have cars, you can have this, you can have that, but at the end of the day, what do you really have?
I respect that.
You have materialistic things. You don't have,
But
spiritual things.
I respect that. Now listen to this, right? So y'all both make a good point. Y'all put it back to the materialistic part, right? Watch this. Without money, you can't even have the materials to then get the other things in life you want, right? Because think about it. To be a man, you have to have bread to get a wife because it requires security. No. Stop right there. Let me cook on it. Because security is what makes her believe in you and your future and this and that and the third, and she'll walk down that path because you need to be able to secure the family and her, right? What provides that? Monetary paper, right? So then it'll buy happiness because y'all are going to cultivate something together. You see what I'm saying? Because she got motion, she wants you to have motion, so then there got to be money involved to begin the happiness. That's the long term.
Or y'all could have just gotten mud together.
Which is true. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, though, it's rooted in everything. And you know it is, because you smile when you get watches. She smiles when she makes her merch and she looks at her baby and be like, you're pretty. So my thing is this, though. Make it make sense. Which is true. But you smiled when you bought that material on your arm, didn't you? Oh,
I didn't buy it.
well, I'm saying you probably grin ear to ear at the thought of the generosity that somebody gave you a gift. You see what I'm saying? But see, without that monetary value, that smile wouldn't have came across your face, right?
I'm not a materialistic person though.
Of course. I'm not
So I
speaking.
feel like when it comes to like jewelry and certain things, you got to be a materialistic person.
I respect that. I'm a materialistic person to like what I drive. I could care less for jewelry and all that. I respect those that want jewelry and stuff like that, and the watches and the earrings. That's for y'all. Other people put their difference in, different things. But what were you gonna say?
No, I meant you are right about materialistic things because it do bring happiness. It does bring pleasure. But it's, at the same time, what she just said, what about the little subset of women who do not need like all that money, Social Security? I mean, security along with longevity.
Well,
Because we know for a man, you're supposed to make money. A man that don't work don't eat.
right. It's already rooted in history and life itself. You just said it.
No, but I'm saying
Make it make sense.
But what about the camper? Because there's still a subset that doesn't need all of that.
No.
So we
if
speak to majority?
if it's rooted in the very being of reality, because you just said it. Thank you for bringing us scripture.
Right.
Then how can you then remove it from life when it is rooted in the very being? Make it make
Remember
sense.
when we had the episode about where the 4 F's?
Yeah.
And what comes first?
Yeah.
Sometimes people doesn't have money at the top. Sometimes money comes at the bottom.
Well, money, that ain't.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's like some people don't need it. Like they can have a top 5, but it's not up in the top 5. It's like a little lower because sometimes you might want love more than money. You want affection more. You want to, I don't know, emotional security, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because some people's list is different.
Which is true, and I'm not trying to change anybody's mind, but what I'm saying is this though. To be able to get that life, you do need monetary. And I'm not saying that it's supposed to sustain you for life. Yes, you want to get married, you want children, and you want all these fanciful things because that's what's going to make you feel fulfilled in the end because we were built to be in pairs. Social creatures, all these things. But what I'm saying is I'm talking about for one that ain't in that moment right now, that's in this singleness and this and that and third. They can be happy and still get a watch bought in this or a bracelet bought in this or get their dream car and be like, woo, they smiling and happy.
Yeah.
I'm saying people put down people that says money can't buy happiness or some condemn them, but it's really two things can be opposite and true at the same time. It can and it cannot.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It can and cannot because some people don't need it. Like you said, faith could be up here. As long as I got faith, then I could care less, which is true. But some people's faith ain't that strong. You got to talk to those without that strong faith. Then what you got to do? You can tell them to build faith, true, but then guess what? Also with faith, man don't work, don't eat. You get happy when you see that money because it can buy you food, which can give you sustenance, which keep you living longer. See what I'm saying? So money is still in the equation regardless.
Yeah.
So then, can it be bought?
Okay.
Wait, I want to hear Dondieya.
Okay.
I want to hear her point.
Like I said before, it's to a certain degree.
Okay.
But it just, I don't know. Do you think your happiness can be bought?
Hush, cameraman. We're gonna bring Justin on. Don't worry, y'all. But truly, I believe it could be a 50-50 for me, 55 for real. Because when I go and I purchase the things that I want, and sometimes YouTube, I can be a super materialistic person to a certain degree. I do smile at the thought of it because I'm like, when you have your first achievement in life, you're happy. Your first place, your first car, your first whatever it is, you get excited. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And some people root their excitement in different spots. And mine just came from my first vehicle. I was like, oh, bro, I did it. It was possible. God gave me the ability to, but then I still put the work in on my part to then go get it. Yeah. You see? So I got excited and I was happy. See, some people understand that, but see, some people also understand the other part, that it can't buy it. It can't, if it can't sustain it, then it cannot be true.
Okay.
So would you be less excited after the fact that you get it? Like if you've been had it for a while?
Yes, then I need something else. And then, but see, then that shows.
So it doesn't always, you're not always happy then.
Which is true. But see, you can't be happy all the days of your life.
I know, but you're always expecting more also.
Which is true. But see, there's nothing wrong with more because that's a hunger right there. Mm-hmm. Everyone says to be better in life, to grow in this. So in order to do that, you got to get more dollars to then get the more out of life, right?
So it's a bottomless pit that cannot be filled.
It's always growing.
I need more, and it's like, dang, how far do you got to go to actually
now
be satiated?
Well, you can't satiate hunger, to be honest with you, to a certain degree, because the only one that can satiate true hunger is God.
No, for happiness.
Well, for happiness, you can't satiate it because think about it. People that you watch on YouTube, people that he watch on YouTube, people that she watches on TikTok, they are at a pinnacle somewhere that you dream of being, right? And how do you think they got there? From a hunger that could not be fed. And they're still there, and they're still wanting to get higher. The pastor that you listen to, the mentor that he might listen to, auntie and grandma and all them that done figured out life way back when, and they pedaling and they pushing. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Their hunger drives them, right? So my hunger is going to continue to drive me, even if it might not sustain me, and I've had to call for a couple years and whatnot. And I'm like, all right, now I'm bored. Let me get something else. That hunger is going to continue to grow, and I'm going to continue to be happy. It shouldn't be rooted on materials. I agree with you 100%. But see, everyone can't have. I mean, you don't have families, but she has a family. So then, what can you then put the happiness on? You got to have something that it kind of correlates to, links to. You see what I'm saying? She smiles when she sees her mini me. Right?
Okay.
But guess what though?
That's a good argument.
Absolutely, a reason. But see, where's the reason? Me and you don't have that. Justin don't have that. So then, where are we gonna put it on? you put it on. You get excited, of course, out of light. But then you get excited when you see your watch. You're like, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it correlates to something. I'm not saying that it should be on physical things, but we're still human though. It connects all somewhere. And I just drew the diagram. Money, it falls in that diagram. So it does supply. We'll do it a 50-50.
Okay, I'm cool with a 50-50 on this kind of conversation. I am.
Yeah, I guess. No, I mean,
come on, go ahead,
we
girl.
already said some materialistic things,
Yeah.
but everybody don't need materialistic things.
Yeah. Which is true, but you say they don't need, and some people can probably get to the end of life and never have anything and still be grateful. Because think third world countries are figuring it out right now where somebody is sitting there in the dirt. I'm not trying to be ugly, YouTube, but like being realistic, somebody is sitting there with nothing, but they have the wife and the children. Heck, man, go out there and shoot the bird, and then he brings the food back, and then there is happiness. There's joy right there. You see what I'm saying? It's conceivable that it's possible that it can be done. You see, but when you're in a first world country, we have battles that other people don't even get the luxury to think about, right?
Yeah.
Because we can be here like this. Oh, I don't want to be this today. I want to be a toaster. Like we literally have, you see what I'm saying? We literally have conversations like that showing that since we have this much privilege in life, that we can worry about battles that don't even matter. But see, battles to people that do matter, then that's when this kind of conversation really kind of has a lot of wholesomeness to it. You see, he got to figure out how to keep them happy and keep them sustained. We already get that fed because you got a system in place that prevents the failing. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
So happiness can be bought, just not in certain places. But see, since you're in first world, what you can be happy just, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? We could
Just waking up.
Yeah, we could chalk that up to a 50-50 on the conversation because it's like we all made great points.
I agree. I'm not saying that y'all didn't, but I'm saying like for the broader spectrum.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Some people say yes, some people say no, but we should not shoot down either side because two things can be true at the same time and be opposite. Death and life is happening right now at the same time.
right.
So then that means somebody's buying something feeling on top of the world, and some people are like, I don't need it, and that's okay too. Some people living on the island right now got a coconut saying this, you can't tell me nothing.
Right.
True. That's a lot of happiness right there, and I respect that. Let homie rock. But you see what I'm saying? But then so we're gonna just kind of split it down the middle.
Yeah.
Hey YouTube, you let me know in the comments what you thought about it. If I was right or they were wrong. Really, if they were wrong. But you just let us know, YouTube. But honestly, give us your true opinion. Please let us know. We're gonna put her contacts and all that down in the description. Blow her YouTube and all this up. Blow it up. Just blow up her social media. Let her know you get some love and some appreciation. Let us know what y'all thought about it. This is Many Reasons.
We out.